Welcome to English with Teacher. I'm Teacher. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you're having a great day. First, I'd ask that you please like, share, and subscribe to help promote the channel. As well, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. I really look forward to interacting with you. So, today I will be going through phrases and common idioms that are used in English. A lot of them are business related. So I like doing these. They're very interactive and interesting, and it's not something you typically get to study. So, I'm here with my co-host. If you would introduce yourself, sir.
Of course, I am Hayyan. I am a learner, a teacher, and a lover of English. And thank you very much for being kind and teaching and helping us learn this language.
You're very welcome. Okay, so we'll start out. We have a little script in front of us, and I will read the first person, and you will read the second person, and we'll go through the little conversation here. Have you met our new co-worker yet?
I talked to him yesterday, but he is a hard nut to crack. He only gave one-word answers to all my questions. He seems to keep everyone at arm's length.
Nice. Well, you can't judge a book by its cover. I'm sure we'll find out more about him as time goes on. Maybe he's not that talkative.
Maybe, but I felt frustrated talking to him for just a few minutes. Anyway, I'm working on not burning bridges, so I'll put my best foot forward.
Good plan. You never know what may come. It's a long shot, but let's invite him out for lunch and see if he opens up.
My gut tells me that we just got off on the wrong foot. Let's see.
Very good, very good. So, let's go through here. And I want to hear what you think that the sayings mean. First, what the idioms mean. Okay? So we'll start out with the first one here. A hard nut to crack.
I think it means like he's a person who doesn't like to talk about himself a lot.
Yeah, it's I think that the saying comes from somebody having their guard up, right? So it's almost like a hard shell that you have to get through to get to know them, right? So that's where the nut analogy comes in. A hard nut. It's tough to get through the exterior to actually get to know who the person is.
Got it. Yeah, I think I understand it now.
Okay. And the next one. He seems to keep everyone at arm's length.
Like, of course, I think he means, or the Linda here means that this person wants to keep a kind of distance from people, or he's not like an open book who wants people to know him well or something like that.
Right. And usually in a business setting, keeping someone at arm's length means that you just talk about business with them. You don't get personal. Okay? So that's often kind of how it translates in the real world. is they keep you at arm's length. They do everything professionally well, but they don't interact on a very personal level with people. Okay?
Good.
Now, you can't judge a book by its cover.
I think this means that you can't know everything about a person by its appearance, or by his or her appearance, I mean.
Very good. That's exactly it. A lot of people try to judge people just based on their appearance. And then it surprises them when they get to know. And this is very interesting because a lot of that goes with cultures too, right? Like people have preconceived notions of, well, you're from America, or you're from Canada, or you're from Syria, or you're from China, right? And they never talk to people to get to know them. So they judge them just by their appearance, where they're from, something like that, right? Okay, maybe he's not that talkative.
A person who talks a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Not burning bridges.
I think not burning bridges means like I'm not going to make it easy for somebody to do something.
No. Usually when they talk about burning bridges, it's doing something kind of rash that means that you can never go back where you came from. Right? So if you leave a company and you do all kinds of bad things to the company, you've burnt the bridge. You can never go back to the company. Right? And if you and I have a disagreement and all of a sudden one of us puts it on the internet for everyone to see, well, I burned the bridge between us because we're never going to be able to do anything together again. Right? So burning the bridge is destroying your ability to connect with somebody or something.
Especially those whom we knew before, or we had kind of contact with earlier.
Yes. Usually it's a business arrangement they talk about, burning a bridge. So somebody does something bad, they rip somebody off, they treat somebody bad, whatever. So they burn the bridge and they can never do business with that person again.
Yeah, good.
Okay. Put my best foot forward.
Is it to make kind of progress in a relationship with somebody?
Usually it is kind of, but it's to make a good impression.
Good impression.
Right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to be on your best behavior to make the person think highly of you. When you go for a job interview, you always want to make sure you put your best foot forward. Right?
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So you never know what may come.
What will happen in the coming days, maybe, or soon, say?
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be soon. Just what will happen in the future.
In the future.
Yeah. So maybe this guy 5 years from now is going to be your boss, so you want to be nice to him, right?
Yeah, of course.
I'm just saying, you never know, right? It's a long shot.
I I don't know. It's new to me.
Okay. It's it means that it's almost like it's risky. It's a long shot. So it might miss. Okay? You think of somebody like at shooting targets, and it's a long shot, so he might miss it. There's a higher likelihood of him missing it because it's a long shot. Okay? So what they're saying, it's a long shot, but let's invite him out. So what they're kind of saying is he's probably going to say no, but let's invite him anyways.
Interesting. Yeah, like they're suggesting something they're not sure about.
Right. And they don't hold out a lot of optimism for it. Right? It's like you might see a company and it's the ideal company to work for, but you don't think you're qualified. But you send them a resume anyways. It's a long shot, but they might hire me. Right?
Okay.
Okay? And see if he opens up.
If he changes, and let's say if he, changes his personality of being that close, I mean.
Yeah. So if you think of the hard nut to crack,
yes.
Right? If he opens up, all of a sudden you get to know him better. You get past that hard exterior. So the two kind of work together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can put it in one context and one sentence.
Yeah, exactly, right? He's a hard nut to crack, but if he opens up, then we'll find out about him.
Exactly.
Okay. Now,
he's rotten.
maybe.
But not, yeah.
Okay, so my gut tells me.
God, is it my God? I don't know.
It's like your feelings, your intuition.
Intuition, exactly. Yeah.
Right? So my gut tells me he's going to be like this. It's kind of the same as saying, maybe, but I feel like this is what's, So it says my gut tells me we just got off on the wrong foot. So I feel like we just maybe got off on the wrong foot.
Feel or expect maybe something. Can we say that?
No, it's more of a feeling, right? About something that's already happened. Right? Sometimes it's a future thing, but not often. So it's like after we talk, it's like my gut tells me that me and Hayyan are going to get along really well with English. Right?
Yeah.
So, because you get a feelings for, you know what I mean? You kind of feel like, yeah, we're on the same page. We're doing, we think a lot alike. So things are going to work out well in whatever type of relationship you have with the person, right? Business, teaching, whatever it is. Okay, and got off on the wrong foot.
Then, here she says that she thinks or she feels that they will fail. They won't get it right. They will be disappointed finally.
Yeah, and it's for this one. It's more about relationships. Okay, so if you got off on the wrong foot, generally it means that you made a bad first impression, and what could have been a getting to know each other friendly encounter all of a sudden it feels like something that's a little bit confrontational. It feels awkward. It feels like something was maybe misinterpreted and it just went wrong when you first met somebody. So the getting off on the wrong foot is like starting off on the wrong foot. So your relationship with the person is starting off badly. Okay?
Yeah. I got it, yes, of course.
Very good, very good. Okay, let's go on to the next one. So, I will start us out here. Did you hear that Beth got canned last month?
Oh, wow. No kidding.
It turned out to be a blessing in disguise, though. She got a higher paying job in no time.
Oh, that's great. She wasn't living within her means, splashing out all the time. Maybe this will solve her financial woes. Give me a ballpark figure. How much?
Time will tell about solving her financial woes. I have to see it before I believe it. I think she's making around $100,000 now.
Well, at least she gets to start with a clean slate. It's a good opportunity for her.
Nice, nice. There's actually a couple terms in here that I've never heard before. So, this is interesting. Okay, so Beth got canned.
Can. Like, I know the word can means the material, sorry, the iron box or something like that, but to get canned, it's new to me.
Okay, so I'm not even sure why they use it, right? But it's to be terminated, to be ended. So maybe when it's canned, when you can something, you're finished with it. So maybe that's where it comes from, but it means she got fired from her job.
Fired. Yeah, serves the context definitely.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how canned got transformed into that, but that's typically what it means. Okay, and no kidding.
Like seriously, you're talking seriously? I'm here questioning, of course.
Yep, that's it. Because kids joke around and play all the time, right? So you're not playing, you're being serious.
Exactly.
Okay, a blessing in disguise.
Okay, something tricky. That's tricky that you think is positive, but it is not. It's not.
Well, no, you think it's negative, but it turns out positive.
So it's the opposite.
Right. So a blessing in disguise, right? In this situation, a blessing in disguise, usually getting canned is something bad, but it made her look for a job and she got a better paying job. So it turned out to be an advantage to her. So what she thought was a bad thing turned out to be a blessing.
Yeah, good.
Okay. In no time.
It's fast, or just in no time. It's something to happen fast.
Yes. Another way that people say it is it happened right away.
Right away.
Right? Meaning as soon as one thing happened, it happened right away. Right? So basically, right away means that there was no time in between. Which is, of course, an exaggeration, but it's telling you that it happened really quickly in sequence.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay.
Living within her means.
We're talking about money, for example, then she's spending more than she has.
Exactly. And that's exactly what it means, right? Is people aren't living in their means, so they're spending more money than they're making.
Like, is there is another expression or idiom about this? Don't bite more than you can chew.
That's a little bit different. Okay.
Different.
That means don't take on more than you can do. Right? So don't make obligations for 80 hours a week. Right? Because you're biting off more than you can chew. Because you can't do 80 hours worth of stuff in a week and still sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Good.
So yeah, that's a very big thing, and a lot of companies bite off more than they can chew. So they make obligations for contracts for big stuff, but they can't produce it. Right? Now this one I'd never heard of, splashing out.
We can tell from the context. Since that she wasn't living within her means, splashing out, like spending a lot of money or a lot of spending a lot.
Yeah, I think it's more about spending a lot on extravagant things. Right? So sometimes you can spend a lot on food, on whatever, right? But if you're going out and you're buying like a diamond ring, or you know what I mean, an expensive watch or outfit or something, then you're splashing out, because I think it has more to do with doing expensive things for show. Right? But yeah, I've never really heard of that one. We'd use something more like she's blowing a lot of money on, extravagant things. Right? Because blowing money is wasting money. So that's a very often used term. Financial woes.
I know the word woe means pain. Financial pains, of course not. I will.
No, that's pretty accurate, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, so financial pain, right? She's in financial distress.
Distress.
Right? So yeah, pain is actually a good replacement word for that, right?
Good. Yeah.
Okay, ballpark figure.
I've never heard of this.
Okay, a ballpark figure is an estimate. Okay? So if I phone a company up and I want a price on a product, and they're like, well, we need to know this, and this, how many you want, and da-da-da-da, how often you're going to order, and all this kind of stuff. And I say, give me a ballpark figure. They're going to go between $2 and $3. Right? So it's an estimate, it's a range, it's they might say around $250, give or take. But that's just somebody asked you something and They want the answer right away. They don't want you to take the time to sit down and figure everything out. They'll shoot you a ballpark figure. They can say 250 ballpark. Let me get the actual numbers to you next week. Right? So it's just to answer the question right away and see if you're in the right price range and stuff like that. Could be money, could be time. Okay?
Good. Yeah.
Time will tell.
Like, be patient and you will know the answer later on.
Yes, exactly. We had something like this in the last one. I forget what the term was. Oh, whatever may come. Something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's kind of the same. Yeah. It's kind of the same thing, right? Whatever the future holds. See it to believe it.
Like when I see something, I will be sure that it's true.
Yes. Very good. Usually it's when someone's making a promise or saying something, right? And then it's like, well, I have to see it to believe it. So you're making this promise about next week you're going to do this thing. I don't think you're going to do it, but if you do it, then I'll believe you. So that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying about her, right? Well, if she does it, then we'll believe it. Till she does it, I ain't believing what she's saying.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Good.
And a clean slate.
Slate is a new word. I don't know. That's not the word.
Okay, so slate was a piece of stone. Okay? And they'd write on it with chalk.
Stone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know it, yeah.
Yeah, the black stone, right?
So,
and they'd write on it
yeah,
with
yeah.
like limestone or something. So, slate is like a whiteboard.
Ah.
So when you have a clean slate, you're starting over again. You're wiping everything out and you're starting over again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like to start anew.
Yes, exactly. So that's why they use the term slate, right? Is because slate's the old whiteboard, basically.
Do you use a white sheet as a synonym to this term? Like white sheet?
A blank sheet.
Oh, sorry, a blank sheet.
Yes.
I don't know if you use that.
That's basically saying the same thing, right? We'll start out with a blank sheet, right? And then usually I think it depends on who's doing the talking, right? Like she's starting out with the clean slate is her to herself. Okay? When you're talking about starting out with a blank sheet, you're usually talking about an interaction between two people where the one person's like, listen, we'll start out with a blank sheet so we'll forget everything that's happened before. Let's go in this direction now. Okay? So I think a blank sheet is more meant between two people, where a clean slate is giving yourself the freedom to start over again. I'm not saying they're not interchangeable. I'm just saying in common use, that's where you tend to hear them more. Yeah. Okay. Let's go on. We would do one more here. Okay. So, I'm thinking about running a marathon. I have butterflies in my stomach though. It's going to be difficult.
What? It will be a piece of cake for you. You as fit as a fiddle.
I know. I'm always cool as a cucumber when I start the race, but then I get so tired in the middle. I eventually get a second win though.
Fingers crossed that you will not come dead. I'll come to cheer for you.
What about you? Did the doctor give you a clean bill of health? You can train with me.
I'm not quite back on my feet yet. Plus, I have a lot on my plate right now. I've been working day and night on the latest project. I need a change of pace for sure.
Very good, very good. So, butterflies in my stomach.
I don't know.
It is a nervous feeling. Usually, when a man's getting married, he gets butterflies in his stomach.
Oh, really?
So just before he gets married, he's feeling nervous and happy, and you know what I mean? It's a nervous feeling that makes your stomach feel a little bit off. So they say it gives you butterflies. You understand?
I got it. Of course. No. Yeah. No.
He's like, yeah, been there. A piece of cake.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Yeah. Excellent. And fit as a fiddle.
I don't know the word fiddle, so it made it difficult. I don't know.
Fiddle is another word for violin. Right? So in the South, they say fiddle. So when they're playing bluegrass music and stuff like that, country music, they call it a fiddle. But it's a violin and fiddle are the same thing. So what they're saying is it's in really good shape. I think it's because the shape of a fiddle is kind of right. So the shape of a fiddle is almost like an hourglass figure for a woman. So they say you're fit as a fiddle.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it means is you're in good physical shape. You're fit.
Physical shape. Yeah.
Okay. Cool as a cucumber.
Like I start in a good way.
No. It's the opposite of having butterflies in your stomach.
It's the opposite.
So someone who's cool as a cucumber is relaxed and they're confident and they're very self-assured about what they're doing. So they're not stressed or nervous.
I got it.
Okay. Good. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's like I wish you the best, or something like that.
Yeah. It used to be an old thing, fingers crossed for good luck, right?
For good luck.
Right. So that's what it means, Fingers crossed that you're not that right. So, here's good luck to you, right? And then knock them dead.
Like you will defeat them or win in the marathon.
Right. Like be triumphant. You're going to do great.
Exactly. Yeah, I got it.
Okay. And clean bill of health.
So did the doctor? It means like did the doctor say you are well?
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with you, basically.
Like to give the, I mean, the doctor gives the okay for him to go on or to do something.
Right, exactly.
Mhm.
So usually it happens when somebody's had a problem, and then when they're fully recovered, they get a clean bill of health.
Mm.
Okay?
Mhm. Mhm.
Back on my feet.
Back on my feet. Oh, doesn't make sense.
It's the same thing, okay? So when someone's sick, they might be in bed, right? So when I'm back on my feet, I'm recovered,
Recover. Mm.
right? So if someone's been really sick with a cold or something, right? And they get recovered, they'll say, "Oh, I'm back on my feet again. I'm ready to go."
Ah, yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Okay. A lot on my plate.
Like I'm kind of busy.
Yes, that's it.
Mm.
It's the plate is like a clock basically, and so if your plate's full, you have no more time for anything,
Mhm.
right? So people with a lot on their plate have very little time for anything else. Working day and night.
Again, like he's busy working.
Yeah, that's an exaggeration that you're working all the time, right?
Mhm.
It's like someone says, all I do these days is work. So,
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
very good. And a change of pace.
I didn't know the word pace, and so I didn't know the expression. I didn't expect it, or I think I can't expect the meaning of that.
Okay, so pace is typically how fast you do things. If you're in a race, if you're in a long race, you pace yourself. So you don't do things too fast that you're going to get really tired fast. Right? And you don't do things too slow that you lose the race. So you pace yourself. So what they're saying is, basically when someone says, I need a change of pace, what they're usually saying is, I need to slow down and relax a little bit. Right? I'm doing too much right now. I need a change of pace. I need to slow down my lifestyle and relax a little bit.
Mm. Yeah, like to take a break, something like that.
Yeah, take a break or take some stuff off your plate. So sort through what you need to do and what you just do that you don't need to, and get rid of some of the stuff that you don't need to do and slow down a little bit. Usually changing the pace means you take more time for yourself to relax and to do, right? Because you're starting to get burnt out. Got it?
Good. I got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, thank you very much for participating. I love doing these things because they're things that you don't usually learn. And they're very common, especially if you want to do business. And so you're going to hear them and you're going to go, you need a translator, right? Just to figure out what this new saying is. So I enjoy, and it's fun because you get to explore them. Like I said, the one splashing out I'd never even heard before. But okay, so I'd like to say thank you everyone for watching. Again, questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them in the comment section. And I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.